Welcome to the Ben Dado Podcast. We're calling a spade a spade. Folks, of course, the WNBA wants to put a majority of their games behind a paywall. Of course they do. Because when games are behind a paywall, they don't need to release the ratings. When the games are behind a paywall, it's easy for them to hide the lack of interest, the lack of viewership for their games. Folks, I have no problem finding ratings to Caitlin Clark games. I have absolutely no problem finding ratings to Caitlin Clark games at all. Seems as if these networks can't wait to brag about the crazy numbers that these Caitlin Clark games do. However, when it's non-Caitlin Clark games on Ion, when it's non-Caitlin Clark games on NBA TV, when it's non-Caitlin Clark games on ESPN2, it's always difficult for me to find the ratings for those games. So when I'm scrolling Twitter and I see Sports Media Watch put out an article about the ratings roundup saying, hey, USA Basketball, most watched since 2012. MLB Subway Series, Mets Yankees boosting ESPN, British Open, Formula One, Summer League, Olympic soccer. Surely there's something WNBA related in there, right? Surely the ratings for the Team Germany versus USA game is in there, right? Folks, I even went out of my way and I asked Sports Media Watch, hey, any news on these ratings? He responded saying, yeah, he'll get back to me. 24 hours later, nothing. No word from Sports Media Watch. No word from any website. Daily sports ratings, daily TV ratings, spoiler TV. No news from anywhere about the ratings of the Germany versus USA game. Why do you think that is? Why do you think when Caitlin Clark plays, they have no issue highlighting how many people watched, yet the non-Caitlin Clark games, it seems so difficult? And I know what some of you guys might be saying, hey, it was on Fox Sports 1. How often do you see ratings for Fox Sports 1? Well, often enough to where when the men's team faced Canada on Fox Sports 1, we got ratings to that. Often enough to where I can see the average of the ratings between Fox and Fox Sports 1. We have ratings to that. So is it a Fox Sports 1 thing, or is it a lack of interest in women's basketball thing? I'm not going to say the interest is so little that NBC forgot about them to put them on their package. No, of course NBC didn't forget. You're going to hit my pockets, I'm going to embarrass you. Am I saying that's what happened? No, I'm not saying that's what happened. Can I speculate and say, if I'm a billionaire and the fools working at the WNBA refuse to put the golden goose that laid the golden egg on the national team, yeah, I can see myself snubbing them at any turn that I possibly can, saying, yeah, hold it right there. You're not allowed in. Yeah, hold it right there. You guys can be on the bottom of the boat. Yeah, hold it right there. You can hold the small flags. Yeah, hold it right. That's all I'm saying. But we had no problem finding the ratings to the men's games. So the question is, where are the ratings to the women's game? It happened at 3 o'clock p.m. You see, 3 o'clock p.m. Who's watching at 3 o'clock p.m.? Why would they possibly have ratings at 3 o'clock p.m.? Well, like I said, companies have no problem bragging about when Caitlin Clark plays. Do you remember Camp Night, Camp Day? NBA TV, Caitlin Clark, 238,000 on NBA TV. I would be surprised if that national game did more than 238,000 on FS1. I would be more than surprised if more than 238,000 tuned in to that national game on FS1. And if it did, I'll eat crow. You can serve me up a big plate of it, and I'll eat some crow. Because if they did, if it was a number that people would be excited about, if it was a number that these companies would be excited to express, excited to brag about, what do you think that they'd be doing? They'd be bragging about it. They would be showcasing it. Not only would the network be bragging about it, but the WNBA wouldn't be able to keep it to themselves enough. They wouldn't be able to keep a secret long enough before it gets out. Oh my God, women's national team 1 million against Team Germany in a scrimmage. That's not going to happen. Oh my God, women's national team 750,000 in a scrimmage. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Caitlin Clark versus the men's intramural team, 2.4 million views. Yeah, that'll happen. So although we might not be fans of it being behind a paywall, this is the WNBA's chance to ensure themselves that they can keep some of these numbers private for good. To ensure themselves they don't need to share how much of an abomination the interest really is. So they can lie to us, and we won't have the same amount of data we have available to us now in order to critique the lies that they are spewing. If I'm afforded 10 pieces of evidence now to challenge an argument, however, in 2 years I can only use 4 pieces of evidence, my argument isn't going to be as strong because you're withholding 6 documents that I'm not allowed to get my hands on. There's no problem for FS1 to release the men's ratings. There's no problem for any of these companies to release the Caitlin Clark ratings. No problem at all. Yet now that we get to the women's national game, things seem to get misplaced, right? Now we seem to be selective about what gets released to the public. Now we seem to pick and choose a little bit more often about what gets released to the public. You can't fool. We know the interest isn't there. Because if it was there, there wouldn't be such a thing as the Caitlin Clark effect. It would be the WNBA effect. The WNBA force. The brand of the W. But no, it's Caitlin Clark. She's the driving force behind all these numbers. And in a league that hides numbers, what else can I say other than the WNBA is professional wrestling? It's the Ben Daniel Podcast where we're calling a spade. I appreciate all the support. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is the WNBA hiding these numbers to save face? To save face? Do they know that the ratings for that Germany game is just so bad that if we were to hold it to a Caitlin Clark afternoon game on a Wednesday, it wouldn't even come close to those Caitlin Clark numbers. Nasty work by the WNBA. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support.